Generic greetings and welcome back to Humankind, where in the previous episode, our largest neighbour in this particular guise, they are the Zulu, they declared war on us, which was not necessarily a shock because, quite frankly, they are an aggressive empire and they had high war support. And yeah, if you look on the relations, basically, they really don't like us because we are the closest challengers, so the way to take us out is via the gratuitous application force. So that's what they did, and well, that didn't go overly well for them because we managed to defeat their army over here, and now we are making a counterattack across this vast ocean. Not really, it's just a little bit of island hopping towards their capital, so hopefully we will be able to deal with this in this episode. What I'm also going to do here, I notice that basically, I've got my army down the bottom, which I said, it's sort of in the middle. Well, it's not really, is it? It's quite down south. They're most likely, if they're going to attack us, come across the closest part of the ocean. So I'm bringing this army up here, this army of 5, which admittedly isn't a very big army, and it's not very upgraded, but yeah, I'm bringing it up here, and hopefully we can sort of support this area if we do get attacked. And let's end the turn. So let's see in this episode how far we get. I'm hoping that we can deal with the war, if nothing else. And when I say deal with it, even if it's just stopped, then that's fine. I don't necessarily want to win anything like in terms of territory, but it would be nice to get. So we have the Spanish who want open borders. That is fine. I don't mind doing that with the Spanish. They're also wanting an alliance. Now that's interesting because the Spanish are over here. They have one bit of territory and then these 2 bits down the bottom. So, do I want to ally with them? I could counter it and they have to give us some cash. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I would like to ally with them. So, the Empire's armies can regenerate and pay for repairs while in each other's territories. Buy benefits and discounted access. Armies are also able to go beyond the walls without penalty. And military intelligence. I'm going to accept their alliance. That is obviously going to really annoy originally their overlords, I guess. But, well, I don't really have a problem annoying the Zulu because we're already at war. How much more annoyed can they get? Anyway, in our northern territories here, I'm actually going to start to build up some industry because I think that's one of the things that we have started to really fall behind on. What's this here? We've got overseas interests. An era of grand commerce is upon the empire. Trade routes riddle the land with wares fashioned in one corner, destined for markets in the other. Yeah, it's not only overland goods that find customers. Now merchant companies across the entire oceans link to markets. How do I want to respond? Accept, nationalise, or tax? Not interfere. Share everything in the interests of all, or tax. Well, probably one of these two. And, oh, to be fair, if we nationalise them, we'll move right into the collectivism far left-hand effect, which is interesting. I didn't realise we'd headed that. We didn't realise we headed that way that much in this series, but we have. The current effects are +5 stability, +5% industry. It'll move over to +10% industry on a city or outpost. What would the other one do? Nothing. We're going to nationalise it because, quite frankly, if we check our stability now, we can see that we are settled 99% stability. That's what we've got in our empire. And most of it is trending, well, all of it is trending towards 100. We are gaining +396 in this, for this city, for this area here. And we're only using, well, they're getting negative from the districts, -170. So, yeah, we've got loads of bonuses with us picking the the Italians, and with us going and building some of these extra stuff. It's just really good for us, so I have no real problem with that one. It says these guys are going to die, but that is not true. They'll just have to move back into this land. It's just when they're in this open ocean, it can be a little bit like, oh, hang on, what's going on? But yeah, there you go. So that's fine. Over here, we are currently not building anything. I'm going to go for, I want a watchtower. We can't have one, but we can have a garrison, which is extra vision range. It's the vision range that I'm wanting all across the board here. I'm going to send our mortars over there as well. So also Babylon, maybe if we build, we do need some sort of outpost, but I don't know what we can make. In Babylon, I'm going to go with stone walls followed by all of the military stuff essentially, because I want to build a strong backbone for an army essentially. And this we need to pump out units basically. I'm going to go for scientific method that reduces research, quarter, industry cost and gives us fertilization and science for some of the other buildings, which is pretty good. We will check our idle armies here. I also, to be fair, can claim a wonder. There's 3 wonders that we could have gone... Oh, 4 wonders. Machu Picchu's being claimed already. We have the Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel Tower, or Big Ben. Eiffel Tower is +1 industry per population on all cities. It's brilliant just for a very large empire. Statue of Liberty is stability, and on empire, +10 money per number of territories in the sphere of influence. That's really good as well. And science, so the same thing. And then Big Ben, which is +5% science per alliance and +10% science on capital. So it's pretty good. I think the Eiffel Tower would be the one for us because we can just outbuild everybody else, and that is quite a desirable trait. Anyway, I'm going to move these guys over because, well, basically I want to get over there as soon as I possibly can. My idea is to basically attack his home city. So let's see. These guys, they cannot move. Those guys cannot move yet. Those ones, this is my mortar team. I'm actually going to bring the mortar team in with those, and when we'll defend this city. You can see we actually have walls around this thing as well. Oh, look at that! Ah, interesting. So they are attacking down the bottom, and we do have a fort here. I'm going to actually build a fort and head them down. We're going to say probably... what would be best for us? What can we build quickly? Nothing by the look of it. 3 turns for money on naval trade routes and harbours. That's fine. Let's end the turn. So we're going to have a bit of a scrap around here, I would imagine. This is the Zulu coming in. They are going to land here, and we have 1 turn. So this is actually nice. This is... I think it's more luck than judgment, to be honest. But bringing this army up from here has hopefully worked out for us. This... army will join up to there. These ones will come along as well. End the turn, and then I'm going to rush down to here because I really want these guys moving. So you guys get inside that, and they are coming down, and that's what it says. It says they are massively better than us, which is possible because, to be fair, I haven't got my city involved in it, but let's just see what happens there. So we're going to go for a manual fight. We do have mortars, so I will swap those to the back. I will put my ranged units in the back as well. And that should do for now. So we will end the deployment, and let's see what we can do. They're going to be attacking us, and obviously they'll be attacking downhill, but also attacking through the walls. But I don't really have much choice here. I just need to deal with it. If I didn't put them here, they could start ransacking or even go south. So I needed to intercept them. And regardless of what happens here, as long as we get their city, then that's the main thing. That's the main takeaway. If we get their city, then it's sort of job done. Oh, they actually are charging the mortar there. I don't know if you saw that, but the mortar did manage to fire back. Oh, good grief, they are very aggressive, aren't they? Yeah, as you might imagine. Reinforce, we can't bring in reinforcements because they reinforce here, so I'll do that and bring them in as you've just seen. And I really want to see if I can take out at least a couple of units in one go, and I'm going to be using my ranged guys to do it. Not ideal because these are all in forests, so yeah, we'll have to see what we can do. So we're still just going to keep firing all of our ranged stuff. There you go. And then if we do manage to defeat these, it says we're not going to defeat them, but they're going to go. No, there's one left, which is a shame. So just one left. I guess we'll have to attack uphill, which is far from ideal. Suboptimal, one would even say. By the way, today's beverage is nice cup of green tea. There was no beverage announcements in the last couple of videos, I noticed, and people did point that out, which was curious. It's just because it was a glass of water. So no dramas there, nothing special. So we've massively lost this. I think that's the takeaway here, isn't it? We've massively lost this entire thing, and yeah, that's bad. That's bad. We can most likely... Why are these... Oh, they've got... Oh, they can't bring in all the units. I'm going to rush my archers into here. And Oh, that's lost that, has it? Right, they're just going to charge round and win then. That's actually not a bad thing. I don't mind them rushing around and grabbing that because it means we immediately lose the fight and then we can run away with what we have left, which is pretty much nothing. But they have taken a fairly big beating. Not just my forces, but theirs as well. Not much of a beating, but a little bit. I'm going to probably start to build some more units. There's nothing else I can really do there in terms of industry. But I want to start at least trying to make some extra units. And it's going to take like a number of turns. But it is what it is. Looks like they've captured that and they've actually wiped everybody out. So my losses were quite... yeah, they were quite bad. 45% health losses on them though. And they're down to 6. But it depends where they go next. I reckon they're coming here. And there's nothing much I can really do about that. But, you know what? We are on their continent now. So we can start moving up. Oh, the Zulu have entered the final era. They're not the Zulu anymore then. Who are they? Let's have a quick look. They are the...
Hail, Sovereign.
They are the Zulu. Ah, have they just ascended? They've just ascended. So they have chosen not to pick another civilization, essentially, and they've just ascended to that, unless it'll change later on. The Spanish want a scientific agreement. I'm going to ascend. And over here... sorry, I'm going to accept, not ascend. I'm just going to... I'd really like some more units here, but this is just... It's not got the military... It's not got the capacity to build them, basically. Yeah, just 6 turns is just ridiculous. So I'm going to have to start building, like, furnaces and tawny fields. That's to reduce the military upkeep and such. And, oh, they are actually attacking me here. It says I should win, so I'm going to instant resolution it, and we did win. Okay. That could have gone all kinds of wrong, but we've defeated another army of 6. Oh, possibly. I don't know whether it's an army of 6 or this is a fresh army. Either way. Curious. Curious. Let's go for 7 turns to build stuff. No, thank you. Let's go for a high furnace and end the turn. And... see what we've got going on here. Oh, they've got some more forces. Instant resolution. What? Instant resolution, and I've lost 3 units, even though it was right at the top there. This is why I really don't like instant resolution as a rule. I'm going to do that and maintain the siege. So we are now sieging these guys, and no siege engines available for the besieger. Can be unlocked by technology. I thought we had siege engines, apparently. Well, no. There you are. But we can join this. And we are... Are we slowly wiping those out? Draftees, -1 in 8 turns. Oh, but their other forces turned up here. Looks like it's going to be a manual battle. We're going to have to do what we can. Cannons over there. That's not necessarily... Oh, that's mortars. I'm going to bring mortars further back to there, I think. And that's end of the deployment. So where's our reinforcements coming from? Reinforcements come from the back here, but they have the first turn by the look of it. And yeah, it looks like they're going to try and capture our... oh, good grief. So they've tried to capture this, which is our flag. But what actually happened is they charged these units and they died immediately. So, and they're doing it again. That is the power of the black powder. And they're going to do it for a 3rd time. And each time they are slowly reducing. This is our emblematic unit here. They're slowly reducing it, but not enough for me to be worried about it. Okay, let's start to bring in some units. Which ones are these? Oh, these are my emblematic, are they? No. Tell you what, I've got reinforcements. I want to bring in archers. I want to bring in archers. Can't go really far with archers. I'll put them over there. Then I want to bring in those guys. These are a move or fire unit. I think that'll do for now. I do want to set up for next turn. Not too sure. I think I'm going to stick where I am. and not bring in any other units because I can start wiping stuff out. Can't fire there. Those can fire. And then we got like indirect fire and direct fire. Guess it's going to require both. Yeah. Just a shame we lost 3 units in that auto fight, which it said we shouldn't lose any, but it is what it is. And I'm just going to start mortaring. And we'll move up. And I can attack, but I'd lose a fair bit of health. I will end the round. Them charging out is what's done it. Charging out like that against black powder. I mean, that's game over. That is really game over for any nation that does that. Look at that. It's just deletion. It's just use delete button on unit. That's their capital city. That is their capital city that we've taken. And oh, ooh, other noises of elation are available, but maybe not as good as that. That is brilliant. That's amazing. Okay, we have a huge amount of territory that we've just captured. It says I don't have any sieging abilities. I mean, line formation, military coordination, siege cannons. It may be because of the technology. I'm going to go for 3-masted ship because I'm very much, yeah, in need of settlers possibly in the future. But we can see here, look at that war support. Their war support is tanked. That's it. The war's over. The war is over. Unless they magically take my capital somehow, there's nothing they can do. So yeah, good for us there. I'm just gonna, I think, scout around. Here's some more units. I'm gonna start putting them together over here. Ensupar. Speaking of that, it's not doing much. More industry. Over here. More industry. Here. More industry. Maritime measures. In the great maritime city of Babylon, the landlocked Babylon, the introduction of standardized units has not been well received. Already mistakes have been made with quantities and materials of engineering calculations. Shipbuilders and merchants alike warn that their commercial interests will be harmed if they are forced to adopt the new measurements. Enforce, exempt, assist. I will assist. Or do I want to enforce? That gives you lockdown, which is plus 30 stability, minus 25 industry. I'm going to assist. Costs 150. We've got 4 grand. Gives us overproductive, which is extra industry in Babylon as well. And next turn, it's yeah, we can give it a bit of a golf clap. We will basically end this war. The war that they started, I should point out. So, yeah. I'm going to pull back because I want to rest any units, and you can only do that in your own territory. And I think there might be some tech later on that changes that. We've got mechanization, electricity, the steam engine, microbiology is good. Oh, minus 20% population consumption on city or outpost. That's a passive. And stability for mass vaccination. We're going to go for that. And yeah, next turn, I guess, for the end of their war. And there you go. We are enforcing the surrender. We're close to a victory. No, we are not even. We're not. It's nothing to do with close. We are at that victory. So I obviously want to take their home city, and I mean, there's loads of stuff we can try and take. So I want Polaris. I want Polaris. I want their main city. I want this up north. And a cab, where's that? Down there. And that one too. Old Hanab. Don't have the ability to do that. But I can do that. And that gives us exploitation on lead and incense, which we already had. Wow. That is a huge, huge territory that we've just gained. And they're not going to be happy about that. And all of this, if you notice, even better. Bring these down. Bring these down. These are not attached to anything. 1, 2, 3. These were attached to their home city. Didn't have the war... I didn't have the war goals, or whatever you would like to call it, the points to spend on getting those. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to go through here. I'm going to pick up anything that is quite cheap, because he's probably missed out on certain things. It's not a massive city, but it's big enough. And that should do us for now. And in Babylon, I am going to build the Statue of Liberty. Do you want to build it in a crater? It's got a wall around it. It'll look cool. There's the Eiffel Tower. We do have another city doing nothing. I will help them build the Eiffel Tower. I will also put in Sapir, the other one, and them. Yeah. 10 turns to build the Eiffel Tower. Why would we not? Okay. I'll have to check about the other nations now, because obviously we also have now forces engaged elsewhere completely. They're over here. Not doing anything. Yet. But we're allied with this guy. The Japanese, actually, war support is there. It's in the it's sort of middle ground, really. The Sullen made demands. They want to buy resources. Follow different religions. Declared war on them. We are more powerful than them. They're a pushover. This guy, hesitant, because we're much more powerful. Oh, and an era star unlocked for why? I don't know. Polaris will enter the sphere of influence from the Zulu. Well, actually, we can use our cultural blitz, and it immediately brings it back to us. That's fine. Will you accept this offer? Trade luxuries with the Zulu. I'll counter. They refused it. Fine with me. And then there's a new era. We have a new era we could go into. I'm hesitant to do so, because we're currently on 53,000, and if we get to 60,000 influence, we gain another star. How many turns is that? 166 per turn. That's going to be like... It's going to be near 15 turns or something. We're not going to do it, I don't think. I think we are going to pick another one. Is there anything else star-wise we're going to be heading towards? Killing military stuff? No. Making money, we need to make twice as much. 20 more districts? No. Expansionist? I need 3 more. That's possible, but not soon. And loads more people. Okay. We are moving over to the new era. So, we can go for the Australians. Yeah. The builders. The Brazilians. Chinese. Egyptians. Indians. Japanese. The Swedes. The Turks. The Americans. Or the Soviets. The Soviets and the Americans are expansionist. Turks are agrarian. Swedish are science. Japanese, same science. Indians, influence. Egyptians, builders. Influence on emblematic district. Archaeological dig. Oh, look at that. It is all about influence, that whole thing. Chinese are merchant, all about making cash money. Their pass roads. Passive ability is Silk Road, plus 10 money on all cities. We could do with some more cash, we really could. We've went with that. Hard bargain is 25% on all constructional buyout costs. We could do with some more cash. So that would be the Chinese. Now, that would be the Chinese. They are the only one in this contemporary era to get that. We could stick with Italians. I don't fancy it. What do they get? They get the Red Army tank. T-30-45 or something there. The Americans get the the Lightning. Yeah, that tank versus the Lightning. Yeah, that's going to work. The Turks get a stealthy operative missile. This is where you need nuclear and the ability to make fighters and all sorts. The Swedes get a stealth corvette and science. +1 science per district in all cities. Japanese is 20% on technology costs when researching. That's really good. And robotics lab is brilliant as well. You know what? We're going Swedish. Just a straight up increase in science is brilliant. How much are we getting a turn? We are generating 2,779 research. So 2,779. Let's pick the Swedish. And
tolerant, smart,
let's see.
hardworking, great work-life balance. And on top of all that, saunas to relax in.
We're on now 3,177, so we've jumped up a fair amount. So our science is going to absolutely fly up now. Okay, fever season. Unusual wave of sickness, blah blah blah. Too much topical. Let's quarantine. Don't wait.
You have reached the end of an ideology axis. Of all the epithets other empires may use for you, wishy-washy won't be one of them.
Correct. So yeah, there we go. I should have some units here that I can upgrade. I don't think I can upgrade these rowboats to stealth corvettes. I'm fairly confident that's not going to work out. In all honesty, I'm also fairly confident that this is game over. Let's go for the steam engine.
A pleasure to see you again.
Go customs union. Yeah, that's fine. So we're getting on very well with the Spanish. We are better placed than our neighbour. The neighbour who is going to have oh, interesting. Hang on. I was going to ransack this. But it's also going to annoy him.
Welcome.
Are they...
What do you seek?
Oh, they're at war with each other.
Come, relax.
Yeah, these
Let
guys
us
are at war with
speak
each other. I don't really want to annoy the Japanese. But at the same time, I have army. Following the grievance against you, Japanese and the Zulu. The Zulu because I'm attacking their thing. But also the Japanese because they're trading, I think. That's most likely what's happening there. Oh! See that? Uranium. We've found uranium. There's also armies of the Empire. Conquered Empires is a new civic. Conquered Empires. Anti-imperialists. Our heads will be held high when we fight those who oppress us. War sport when winning a battle. Imperialists. For the sake of humanity, only one empire should be the ultimate victor. Okay. There's loads of stuff I haven't really selected here. There's small council gets city cap. Materials procurement, industrial production. Nationalised or privatised. See, it's going to cost 8,000 to do all this. Public happiness or public security? Public happiness is our priority.
A bit of flexibility and freedom is more than worth a bit of risk, right?
The Zulu now feel differently about you. I bet they very much do. They are aggressive,
To
but
what do I owe the pleasure?
yeah, they've surrendered to us. I'm just moving our stuff down. There's a steam engine researched. Propeller. Guerrilla warfare. Modify all pre-industrial units to modify cost is minus 10%. Let's go for electricity.
Come, relax.
Don't
Let
know
us
why.
speak honestly.
they want shared logistics? No. Oh, this has now been destroyed. I will now rebuild around it. All of these ruins I'll have to probably sort out. Oh, hang on, can we just attach that? Yeah, we can. I will put that there, though. So you see, I'm just basically taking back what they ended up losing from the army. Let's go for up here. Looks like our stability is going right, which is good. We have more than enough people. We're going to go for fishery and fishmonger, because this is the first time they've had a harbour. So, yeah, we should probably build another harbour as well, closer to this city, so we can go in there quickly. Also, representative government. Though they have been part of your empire for generations, the people of San Lorenzo have their own distinct culture and traditions. The fact that over the years sparked both celebration and dissonance. Recently, some of the city's more educated have begun speaking out in favour of representative government. Modern times have brought a hunger for new ideas and leadership. Reform, study or ignore. Should be led by those who recognise their own. Change can be expensive. Study. Commission independent panel experts to conduct more research on the issue that should satisfy the dissidents for the foreseeable future, or ignore. I'm going to go with science. We're going to study that.
The end of an ideology axis isn't
study that.
extremist. Think of it as being focused, yes? Very goal-oriented.
Over here, we can't do anything with those units. We've got these ones that we could probably start to upgrade. These are our emblematic units, so getting the pikemen up to guys with guns is most likely going to help out. This is going to be a ransack. They might attack us, but quite frankly, I'm not concerned about that one at all. With this unit, actually, I was going to bring it down here, but it'll take 6 turns. Oh, yeah, 6 turns. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And we are on turn 225, and we have built
The Eiffel Tower.
the Eiffel Tower.
Proof of what you can do with a bit of iron, a bit of math, and thousands of litres of paint.
Civics Osmos. Legitimacy. Customary laws. For minus 50% on create outpost cost, I can replace what I've currently got, which is codified laws, or I can refuse. I'm going to refuse. It does give you reduction in stability, but we are trending up there anyway. And we now have a lot of cities with not a lot to do. Oh, look at this. So the Research Institute is amazing. You gain reduction in stability, so yeah, not really a gain, but you have extra science on district, extra science per adjacent research quarters, and on research quarters you get extra science per silver, and then just extra science across the board. If I place it there, it's 142 science, and it takes 3 turns. Over here, we can get 103 science. Over here, we can gain 143 science. And over here, we can get 153 science. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably 450 odd science in a very, very short amount of time. And that's just the power of these guys. I'm also looking around to see the rest of this. Okay. I think we'll end the turn
Lightning
there.
in a bottle. This new power
There's
will
electricity.
impact every aspect of society, from public safety to industrial production. Change is coming.
Which is this? Monocultures and no refuse. There's 89 science on that one. This is where science is going to go off the charts. It really is. Okay, we are going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Humankind. I was honestly very tempted to basically call it there on the series, but that was last episode. But we're so close to the end. I think, even though there's been a lot of mistakes made, there's lots of things I would do differently, and it's going to be a bit of a slog. I think it would be rude not to get to the end. It ends in 74 turns. So it would be nice just to get there, regardless. Even if it's just just skipping through to the end, I think it would be worth doing that. I'm going to end the turn there on turn 227. It only lasts to 300, and we're calling it there for this episode. Next episode, we'll have to see what happens with the Zulu. They could still attack us. I don't know.
What do I owe the pleasure?
I am tempted just to keep building units, keep upgrading units naturally, and keep taking territory. That will help us out. Over here, these two guys are at war. I'm not concerned.
Greetings.
We've still got the 3 areas behind us. 2 or 3 areas behind us. So yeah, there's really no drama there, and you can see just how quick I'm able to get this science increased. A city for everybody. Modernize the city.
You're at the end of an ideology axis? Well, there's something to be said for unswerving
4,129.
dedication to a
We've got
cause.
over 1,000 science in less than 3 turns, I think. 3 or 4 turns.
30 research quarters.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay,
city so full
so
of
we're going to leave it there for now.
specialists
It's been with
that
Humankind.
nobody can understand anyone else.
Yeah, leave it there for now. Next episode, maybe finish it. It'll really depend on how it goes in terms of like the Zulus and what they choose to do. If they're aggressive, it's not going to go well. If they're not aggressive, then we should be alright. But we shall see. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Humankind. Comments in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.